It's your boy, Punch in the building. Welcome to the Punch Talk Show. You know what I mean? We got a lot to get into tonight. Terrence Crawford and Piers Morgan just had their interview. We'll talk about that tonight. Vontae Davis been crashing out on everybody on Twitter. We're going to talk about that tonight. Brad Norman Jr. versus Conor Ben. We'll talk about that tonight. Corey Stevenson. Fight's coming up real soon. We're going to talk about that tonight. But anyway, I'm going to sit back, twist this blunt up, and then we're going to get into it. I'll be back. Shout out to everybody who's popping through on the chat. As always, I appreciate all you niggas for coming through and fucking with Punch. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we're going to touch on a lot of things tonight. It's going to be a good show. So stay tuned. Give me like 2 seconds. And we'll get into it, brother. Feel me? Let's get into it. What up, everybody? How y'all feeling tonight? I'm feeling good in the hood. You know what I mean? Been a fun weekend. You know what I mean? In the East Coast, bro. You know, we got the big ass Juneteenth festival going on, so it's definitely going down, man. I've been on like a constant alcohol run for like the last 3 days straight, so I don't think I'm gonna be sober till Monday. But anyway, earlier today before I went out, you know what I mean? Piers Morgan had an interview with Crawford and Canelo. You know, he did the same thing with Daniel Dubois and Usyk. He did the same thing with Conor Ben and what the fuck is this dude's name? Chris Eubank Jr. You know what I mean? But them that was super hostile. They had to have bodyguards in the middle, but that's because he egged him like a couple weeks before that. And fucking Usyk and Dubois, that's pretty calm up there. You know what I mean? So of course you're gonna get Crawford and Spence because Crawford and Spence is the biggest fucking fight you can fucking make. You know what I mean? Basically. Shout out to the guys, man. Talking SD, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? I appreciate you coming through, man. Hit that subscribe, hit that like, man, because it's fun over here on the Punch Talk channel, bro. We get it cracking. You know what I mean? Like, but what I was saying is, like, Piers Morgan did an interview with Crawford and Canelo, and you know what? It was a good interview, man. And I like how they dropped the interview the day after the press conference. The press conference was smooth, bro. I didn't see no fear in nobody's ass. They is calm. They look relaxed. They look like they was like that's what you get when you get the best fighting. When niggas who already know what they're capable of, niggas who already know the skills they could bring to the ring. You don't got to trash talk. I mean, I know sometimes we all like the trash talkers and shit, but when you got the best fighting the best, like which we don't get no more, you know what I mean? Usually it's like that. They really don't usually get too disrespectful unless they do not like each other. Like even Crawford and Spence wasn't crazy disrespectful. It was more so the family members in the crowd, you know what I mean, that was getting crazy disrespectful. You know what I mean? But as far as that interview, yeah, man, Piers Morgan, that's what I like about him, man. That nigga will ask some tough ass questions, bro. And the first thing he asked him was like, "Yo, do you think Canelo Alvarez do anything better than you?" Now we all know that no pro fighter on planet Earth is going to say anybody do anything better than him. But at the same time, that's why a lot of people respect Canelo Alvarez because they keep it 100. And when Piers Morgan asked him that, you know what I mean? I got it right here. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play a little bit of it. I ain't gonna play a lot, but I'm gonna play certain parts. Because I like to. I want to touch on those things because I was already saying all this shit way before. Like before any of this was happening, when everybody was calling me crazy, when I was saying that Crawford and Canelo really is gonna happen, niggas was calling me fucking psycho. Remember that? Yeah. I ain't even rub that in niggas' faces because niggas came through like, you was right. Yeah, I know I was right, nigga. It is what it is. But when it comes to Canelo Alvarez keeping the buck, man. Chris Morgan asked him, bro. He said, "Joe, what you think? What you think you do better than Canelo Alvarez?" You know what he said? This is what he said. Listen to this shit. What happened? All right, so like, sorry about that. I just lost sound for some reason. I don't know why, but let me know if you heard what I just played, because this shit be acting weird. But anyway, I'm gonna play it again though. Piers Morgan asked Canelo Alvarez.
When you realize it's gonna be a good fight, you don't talk like that. Is that concern? He's coming up in weight. Mm-hmm. He's exuding chilling confidence, even for you. To hear him talk like that, does that concern you? No, he has no fear. No, I like that because that's when you realize it's gonna be a good fight. I like that.
And you know, of course, he asked him about the weight. So, you know, of course, you know, the funny thing is, Canelo Alvarez has always been, you know, the smaller guy. Sometimes, like niggas like Amir Khan, you know what I mean, Charlo, a couple other niggas, you know what I mean. Canelo Alvarez been the bigger guy, but most of his fights, he has always been the smaller guy. Like, it's not like Canelo Alvarez is a born 168 pounder. No, nigga, he moved up to that weight. So when you hear him saying that Crawford got a lot of better skills than me, you really shouldn't be surprised, because shit, Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world. You know what I mean? I mean, he really is. And he asked Crawford the same question. And you know, Crawford answered it in the same way. It's like, bro, how can I say anything, any skills you got? Listen to this. Listen to this nigga.
Canelo is a great fighter. We all have agreed on that, but
can you accept he's better than you at anything or not?
No, I cannot. I cannot say that another man is better than me in anything.
Because he's weak.
No, because he ain't proven it yet. I can't say if his jab is better than mine because I haven't been in the ring with him. I can't say if the person's right hand is better than mine because everything that I do, I feel I do it great. So
let me ask you the same question.
And that's true. What do Terence Crawford do bad? What do Terence Crawford do bad? What do you do bad? Okay, you know, my man DJ, shout out to DJ. DJ always like to say, you know, when Crawford get hit, he get that dog come out like, come on, now we're going to throw down. Yeah, but have you ever seen him do that? He do that sometimes. That's true. I agree. But have you ever seen him do that in a massive fight? Other than the Gamboa fight, because he did kind of get a little reckless in that fight. That's why he got caught. But other than that, which was a big, that kind of was a big fight, because a lot of niggas didn't really know about Bud yet. That's the kind of the coming out party for Bud. You know what I mean? But other than that, have you seen Terence Crawford get reckless in the ring? No. Now, same thing could be said about Canelo Alvarez, bro. That nigga don't get reckless either. I'm keeping it a buck. He definitely in control, poised, ready to go. What you say? You say Captain 007? You see Eddie Reynoso throwing the towel in? Hey, bro, I won't be surprised because one thing I can say about that motherfucker, he cares about his fighter, but again, that's kind of like maybe you care about your fighter because nigga 6 motherfuckers and tested positive for steroids in your camp, bro. So it's kind of hard to take anyone else so serious. That's what I'm worried about. Like I want to, you know how Terrence Crawford went online the other day and he had the video of Vada there testing him. I need to see Vada at Canelo house. Like I need to know that you ain't coming in on nothing, bro. Like and I know you said this shit was tainted, but bro, you tested positive before. Dirty motherfuckers keep coming out that camp, bro. Like it speaks for itself. It's like I don't like something's fishy over there, bro. And until we get some guaranteed proof, bro, I'm gonna always be a little nervous about that. No, now say he wins, say he knocked Crawford out in devastating fashion, which is not going to happen. But say he do that. Say he blitzed Terrence Crawford, which is not going to happen. Come on, it's Terrence fucking Crawford. Is niggas going to scream steroids? Probably the most avid Terrence Crawford fans is, but I'm not. I'm not, man, because, you know, motherfuckers always make excuses when their favorite fighters lose. When Crawford cooked Spence, niggas was trying to say his gloves was loaded. Come on, man. Like, that's just what people do when they need to come up with something in their mind. No, if he lose, nigga, a lot of motherfuckers is going to talk shit to me. Hell yeah. Same way they did when Roy Jones lost. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm here for it, and I ain't going to run away from it. You know what I mean? But as far as that Eddie Reynoso shit, yeah, after Munguia tested positive, bro, it's like, bro, everybody keep going. The only nigga who came over there and didn't test positive for roids is Ryan Garcia, bro. Tio got the, like, one thing big ass Tio did was get the fuck out of there before he tested positive, bro. That's probably why he did. That's probably why Ryan Garcia did. Nigga, they try to make it like, oh, Ryan Garcia ain't focused. No, he probably seen Eddie Reynoso giving everybody steroid cocktails and was like, nigga, I'm out of here. All right, yeah, that's probably what happened over there. I mean, let's keep it 100. But what up, Nectar of the Gods, my guy? But in all nationality, I don't really respect nobody that tests positive for PDEs. And I go for Canelo. But I will give niggas the benefit of the doubt sometimes. And I don't think he's a dirty fighter. I don't think he's a dirty fighter. I think when you get to the level of niggas like Canelo Alvarez and shit like that, niggas will try to taint your shit, do some crazy shit to you to ruin your career. I believe that some niggas' fame can get that fucking big. I believe that. Is it true? I don't know, but I do believe that. Like, so I'll give niggas, like, when you at the level of a nigga like him, I do think motherfuckers will do some weird shit to you. I do. Like, if they don't like you, nigga, when you down there fucking with the type of shit that he got to deal with. Remember the nigga brother got kidnapped by the cartel, all that type of crazy shit. So, like, yeah, when you fucking with unknown shit like that, yeah, the motherfucker might do some dirty shit to you if you rub a nigga the wrong way and you as popular as Canelo Alvarez is. I mean, you gotta understand. The whole country don't like Terrence Crawford. The whole United States do not rock with Terrence Crawford. The entire country of Mexico fuck with Canelo Alvarez. And that include them cartel niggas. So who knows the type of shit they be pulling, nigga, when they putting money on this nigga. Like, you know what I mean? They was bold enough to snatch that nigga brother up, so obviously Canelo's not exempt from the bullshit too. So that's why I give him the benefit of the doubt and stuff like that. But I'm rambling. Pierce Morgan asked, they also asked him, all right, so let's get to the weight thing, right? So they asked him about the weight thing with Canelo Alvarez, right? Oh, Canelo Alvarez is coming in this big, that big. Well, you know, and Crawford kind of touched on it.
Just mentioning a pick.
Like, here we go. Because everybody's saying, oh, you going up 2 weight classes. That's a big deal, bro. Like, he ain't going to be able to handle the weight. Well, Crawford had a very good answer for that. And I'm about to play that next. Check it out.
I've been in the ring with the fear is, you know, I fear for what I'm
professionally against somebody who's been sports.
Not at all. Not at all.
And it doesn't unnerve you at all?
Not at all.
It's interesting to watch all the legends of the game, of the sport, and they talk about, I mean, some think you're going to win, some think you're going to lose. The ones who think you're going to lose, they say it's because of the weight issue. You're having to go up 2 weights. You've never fought professionally at this level, and you're up against one of the all-time greats. They think that if it comes down to you losing, that's what
This weird ass, I don't know what it is. I guess I'm pissing off YouTube today or something. I don't know if they try and click and fuck my channel up because I'm playing some of this Piers Morgan shit. But I swear to God, they keep on cutting the sound off on my stream. Like while I'm trying to let this nigga interview play. Maybe I ain't allowed to do this shit. Maybe I should chill for my channel to get whacked. You know what I mean? But anyway, what he was saying is Canelo Alvarez always is known for fighting the smaller guy, but he's not going into the fight worrying about his weight. Canelo Alvarez is a great boxer. Canelo Alvarez got good defense. Canelo Alvarez has power. Canelo Alvarez has a great ring IQ. Those are the things he's worried about, not Canelo Alvarez's weight. You know what that is? That's a sign of the best fighter in the world. I don't give a fuck about weight, nigga. That don't mean nothing to me. I give a fuck about this nigga's power, this nigga's defense, his boxing ability. Those are the things that I'm gonna be looking out for. Weight ain't gonna matter because nigga Canelo's not a true 168 pounder. It's not a true 168 pounder. But like I'm gonna try to play it back one more time. I don't know, Slick man. I don't know if YouTube is fucking with me or not, bro. But I'm gonna try to play back Crawford's answer one more time. It's fucking me up the way this shit is doing that shit. But yeah, here we go. He said when I was getting the ring with him, it ain't gonna be because of his size.
For a long time, and the reason why he's at the top of the sport is not because of his size. Canelo's always been a smaller fighter going into the ring. If you watch his career, you know, he's never been a bigger fighter. You know, only in a couple of fights with like Amir Khan and Charlo and them like that. But for the most part, Canelo's always fighting a bigger guy. So,
what do you think he's better at than you?
I don't know.
In terms of skill?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You've watched all this stuff.
I don't know.
You do. You've got a whole list.
What?
All right, so I'm sure y'all heard it that time, right? I'm about to put the link in too for the guys that want to come up. If anybody want to come up, because niggas ain't been coming up lately. But if you want to come up, I'll put the link in a second. But like, did you hear it that time? I don't know if you heard it that time, but that is absolutely true. Like, my man is not like the bigger guy 90% of the time. 90% of the time, he's the smaller guy. Like, that's why he ain't never fought David Benavidez. He ain't never fought David Benavidez because the Bivol fight was a test for the David Benavidez fight. Let me see if I can get in here with a big ass motherfucker and see how I do. He couldn't hurt Bivol, bro. He couldn't hurt him. So he's not going to be able to hurt the Mexican Monster. That was the measuring stick. At least that's what I think. I think the Bivol fight was the measuring stick for the Mexican Monster fight. And when he didn't get over that hump, nigga, he realized, like, I ain't going to be able to beat this motherfucker, and I'm not going to lose the whole country of Mexico just to make the fans happy, bro. Because when you get to the level of these niggas, they don't give a fuck what we think. They don't care about us, bro. They can do what they want, when they want, how they want to do it. And ain't none of us can do about it, man. Or say about it. We can complain, but we really can't do shit about it, man, because he's fucking Canelo Alvarez, bro. He's the face of boxing, bro. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? He don't give a fuck. Everybody going to, nigga, his name sells itself when you're that big in boxing. I mean, honestly. Like, you know what I mean? So, I don't understand why people try and use this weight thing like it's like it really matters. Like, I know, oh yeah, you know, there's weight classes for a reason, and that do matter, but it does not apply to everyone. It don't. It don't. It don't. Roy Jones did it. Roy Jones did it in a way more spectacular way. Roy Jones went from light heavyweight to heavyweight, nigga, and won the heavyweight title, nigga. He jumped up 2 weight classes and cooked the heavyweight champion. Niggas thought he was crazy, but he made it look so easy. You know what I mean? You know who Terence Crawford's favorite fighter is? Roy Jones Jr. Nigga. That's why you never know, it's like the same athletic ability. Very similar. I ain't saying Roy Jones was unbeatable. Unbeatable. Just like Terence Crawford is. Terence Crawford's unbeatable right now too. Roy Jones is unbeatable in his prime too. But you can see a lot of similarities in their fight game. You could tell. You know what I mean? That he watched Roy Jones. And this is why he wanted to pursue that greatness, bro. He also asked him, I'm gonna play that part too. He asked him, if you win this fight, where does that rank you in boxing? Where do you think it put him? Mount motherfucking Rushmore, right? That's what I think. That's what most people think, right? If Crawford wins this fight, 3-time undisputed, Canelo Alvarez, the most popular fighter of the last 10 years. If Crawford win this fight, what can you say? What can anybody say? Can't nobody say shit, right? Right? You know, now he asked them a couple more questions, you know, about their childhood. You know, Canelo got bullied growing up. Crawford was out there fighting all the time. They keep asking him why was his mom not ruthless? Nigga, it turns out, nigga, Crawford's uncles is boxers, dad's boxers, granddad's boxers, everybody boxers. You know what I mean? Everybody's boxers in that nigga's family, bro. So for her to pay niggas to try to whoop his ass as a kid is kind of ruthless, but not so far fetched if you from the hood, bro. Because there's a saying that all our mothers used to say to us: if you was black, nigga, would you rather run from him or run from me? You want to get your ass, because you know if you got your ass whooped in front of your mama, that was a double ass whooping, nigga. Who you more scared of, me or him? So like when your mom did that to you, nigga, you went out there and really did work, because nigga, your mom is a scary motherfucker. Like if you from my world, like my mom was a scary motherfucker. So nigga, I would rather smash a nigga in the streets than get my ass kicked by her. Like you know what I mean? And yes, nigga, I'm a no nonsense parent. I think you should discipline your fucking kids if they don't follow directions, which is code for whoop their ass, nigga, if they don't listen to you. I don't give a fuck what you think about that. Don't abuse your fucking kids, but if you got the right to whoop their motherfucking asses, nigga, when they ain't listening, nigga. I don't give a damn. That's how I was raised, nigga. That's how I raised my goddamn kids, and they respectful ass kids, nigga. Hey, cause you know what I mean? Cause nigga, hey, you got. If you're a parent, you can't play friend with your kids. That's just my opinion. Like you can raise your kids however the fuck you want to raise, but I'm trying to tell you, nigga, we got raised like that. Like nigga, if you lost a fight, nigga, you know what I mean? You got your ass whooped at home. Mom whooped your ass for that, nigga, because she ain't want to raise no suckers. It's just how it was, bro. You can look at it however you want it because you can't relate to it, but it's just how it is in the hood, bro. So for everybody to keep bringing up the shit about the nigga mom, hey, man, 90% of the niggas in the hood, they mama ruthless, bro. It's just how it is, nigga. Like, we understand it. Just because you don't understand it don't make her a bad person. That's the only point I'm trying to make. It might seem wild to you. It might seem ruthless to you. Might seem out of place, nigga, but in the hood, nigga, it's how black mamas are. They'll fuck you up for getting your ass kicked in a fight. If you run from a nigga, your mom's gonna push your ass back out there and make you fight, nigga. This is the world we come from, nigga. It's just how it is, bro. And like, and that ain't me glorifying shit, man. It's just the way shit is when you from the hood, nigga. So you can tell he getting tired of it, just like I'm getting tired of the same question. Like, you know what I mean? So we're not gonna touch on that. But we are going to touch about what they said about the Jake Paul shit. Because one thing I can say is that was some gimmicky ass bullshit. And the funny thing is if this fight didn't happen, Canelo Alvarez would be fighting Jake Paul right now, bro. What the fuck, man? Like, I don't know what would have been like, but the funny thing is I kind of low-key would have enjoyed seeing that fight because I would have wanted to watch Jake Paul get put in a coma. Because Canelo Alvarez was not going to come in there playing with you, nigga. You think you could go from being that unskilled, uncoordinated, whack-ass footwork, slooky-ass punches you can see a mile away. You don't know how to do, have no accuracy. You don't know how to sit down on your punches. Your chin is suspect. And you fight nothing but tomato cans. You think you could get in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, bro? He was going to kill you in the ring. And I mean that. Fuck unalive. Punch ain't monetized. He was going to kill you in the ring. And I would have paid to see it. Yep, I'd have paid to watch you get beat half to death. Yeah, because you play too much. You think boxing's a joke. So I would have definitely paid to watch Canelo Alvarez get in there with you. And y'all can say what y'all want to say. Canelo wasn't going to go in there and kill him. Canelo was going to go in there and kill him. Said it with his own words. You know what I mean? Straight up. And I'm gonna play that part back. I just like playing the parts where my nigga was honest enough to say, man, Terrence Crawford is more skilled than me. He is. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's okay, and I highly respect it. I highly respect that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that low key, I always like Canelo Alvarez. Like, you know what I mean? He cherry picks, but you know one thing I can say about Canelo Alvarez, bro. He don't he don't really put on boring fights. A lot of his opponents do run from him. Am I making that up? Okay, yeah, we didn't get the Benavidez fight. We didn't get the Charlo fight. I get that. Those were clear ducks. I ain't defending shit. But when Canelo get in the ring with somebody who actually wants to engage with him, do he show up? He do. That's what makes this such a good fight. And the confidence that Terrence Crawford is showing. Wait till y'all watch this interview. If you didn't watch this interview, wait till you watch this interview and you see the confidence my man is showing, bro. It's through the roof, man. And that's scary, bro. That's scary. Because he said it in his press conference yesterday. I always rise to the occasion. What I say in my live a couple days ago? What I say in my live when I was getting super passionate about this fight when I realized it was happening? What I said in my life, I said, man, this is scary as fuck. I'm really about to see the best version of Terrence Crawford ever, because one thing we all know about Terrence Bud Crawford is that a nigga always rises to the occasion. Always. Always, bro. You know what I mean? For real. And anybody that's new in here, man, like I see, I got more people in here than I normally do. Hey, man, hit the subscribe button, because Punch definitely cooks like this on the regular, man. I'm trying to get to 1,000, bro. I've been stuck in 800 for a long-ass time. Probably because I don't make videos no more. I just prefer live streaming, man. Videos take too fucking long. I don't feel like doing that shit. So I don't do them no more, man. Like, only when I want to talk shit or make somebody mad or rub some shit on somebody or just, like, respond to some shit a boxer said on Twitter. Like, you know what I mean? But for the most part, I like live streaming more. Like, and I'm starting to notice the more I do it, the more people's coming through. So if you new, hit the fucking subscribe, bro, man, and because it only gets better from here. Because I'm telling you, I've been waiting. This is a dream fight for me. It's a dream fight for casuals. You know what I mean? But I said this shit after the Madrimov fight when everybody was like, oh, Crawford is going to, Crawford should retire. Oh, Crawford should this. And going up against that weird ass style. Oh, he better not fight Canelo. Remember that shit? Remember that shit? All talking. Remember that? What was Punch saying? What was Punch saying, nigga? 10 toes down, nigga. That's what Punch was doing. Crawford over everybody, nigga. Canelo's flat-footed as fuck, nigga. He's going to cook Canelo. Canelo's not going to come with that herky-jerky ass style Madrimov got. Y'all seen a nigga with a crazy ass style that nobody ever seen before, confused Crawford a little bit, and he ain't blitz his ass, still beat the fuck out of him, nigga. And y'all niggas is talking about, oh, Canelo shouldn't do this, and Canelo looked terrible against Berlanga and Billy. And now, nigga, and then Crawford get in the ring with that nigga, and the nigga's opinions change, bro. No, keep the same energy, please, because I had the same energy since last year. I said Crawford's going to whoop Canelo's ass. Nigga, Canelo's tailor-made for Crawford. He only knows how to come forward. He's flat-footed. He got good head movement, and he's powerful, but them hard-ass hooks, man, Crawford going to counter the fuck out that nigga, bro. Everybody keep on saying about Canelo's this, Canelo's that, Canelo's this. Bro, he's fighting Terrence Crawford. Yeah, more dangerous than Floyd Mayweather was. More dangerous than Floyd Mayweather was. Paris Morgan asked Terrence Crawford, they saying that this is what they saying on Twitter and shit, for Terrence Crawford to knock out Canelo Alvarez. And let me know in the chat if y'all agree with this. They said if for Terrence Crawford to beat Canelo Alvarez, he gonna have to throw the hardest punches he ever threw. I'm talking about like Virgil Ortiz. He gonna have to come out and throw every punch with bad intentions. Terrence Crawford don't do that, and he don't score knockouts that way. Because everybody know in boxing, when you coming out throwing fucking haymakers, nigga, they see that shit coming a mile away, bro. In boxing, nigga, it look fast to us, but them, they see that's just like a bullet flying past Neo's head, nigga. He see that shit, bro. Like, knockouts come from the punches fighters don't see, nigga. Not the one that see coming a mile away. So hell no, he's not gonna come in trying to drop bombs. He gonna do the same thing he did to Errol Spence, catch him in no man's land. Bang, bang, on the ground. Damn. Crawford has the ability to hit you in no man's land. That's what makes Crawford, that's the most dangerous thing about the nigga to me. He can punch you in that no man's land area where you're not supposed to be able to hit niggas, man. You know what I'm talking about? When a motherfucker throw a punch and they head out for them 2 seconds and they try to jump back real quick. He can hit you while you're doing that. Or when your head's trying to, like when your head, when you're about to pull your head, but he hit you in that area, bro. That's no man's land. Remember when Errol Spence came in and he hit him with them jab, bang, and Errol Spence was trying to pop back out? That's no man's land. You telling me he ain't gonna do that to Canelo Alvarez? He could fight in the inside. He could fight on the outside. He got good footwork. You know how to use the ring. Got a monstrous fucking ring IQ. Longer reach. Better feet. Faster. If the speed and power translate, it's over for Alvarez, bro. And that's just not the fan of me, man. That's just a boxing enthusiast, man. I just see way more skills, man. And skills pay the motherfucking bills, dog. They really do. For real. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, bro. Now, this is the crazy thing. What you say? What you say, Nectar? Y'all want to be here when Bud loses to Canelo. He will lose his shit, and it will be funny as hell. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go fucking insane, but I ain't going to whine about it. I'm just going to vent the same way I do like when the Steelers lose, bro. But I ain't going to sit here and make no motherfucking excuses, bro. But I know you still moving 2 weight classes up to fight the nigga a great. This is a great fighting a great. Well, last time we had it, man, Pacquiao versus Floyd. That's the last time we seen 2 greats in the ring. 2 bona fide greats, top of the game. Bro, we don't get these shits no more, bro. So, in the end, I'm happy we just getting to see the best fight the best, bro. Like, you know what I mean? But I really, truly, honestly, 100% in my heart believe, not just because I'm a Terrence, even if I wasn't a Terrence Crawford fan, I would think Crawford was going to win this fight. If I was just like a casual nigga said, oh, Terrence Crawford about to fight Canelo, I would say, oh, Crawford is yeah, he's going to win. Because he's greatness personified, bro. Just like Floyd Mayweather was. You can see the greatness all over the nigga. The same thing with Crawford, bro. Like, and if he wins, he's the greatest boxer who ever did it. He's the greatest boxer who ever did it if he wins, bro. And that's a fact, bro. What'd you say, DJ? What's up, DJ? Say, I can imagine ways Bud could win. I'm just not that sure if it'll play out that way. They said the same thing about Spence, bro. That's the exact same thing they were saying before the Spence fight. They seen how that played out. I bet your jaw was on the ground watching that performance too, just like all the other casuals was. Like, you ain't no casual no more, DJ. Just like all the other, I don't know if you were out. I didn't know you were around this time, so I don't know if you was going for Errol. Like, but if you was shocked. Just like Chappelle was, because Chappelle's a diehard Errol Spence fan, and he's still talking that get back at 54. It's been 2 years, going on 3. Errol Spence is retired like a motherfucker, and he's still screaming, he's gonna get his get back. No, he's not. Spence is retired. Like, you know what I mean? So I won't be surprised if Canelo land a couple big shots. I expect that. But Crawford got a chin. Canelo got a chin. Like, that's what makes it so interesting, man. It's very close to being 50-50. I say 60-40 just because of the skill gap between them, but it's a very, it's not 50-50. It's not. Errol Spence Crawford wasn't 50-50. Motherfuckers didn't know what the fuck they talking about saying that. That shit wasn't 50-50 at all. And that's why I played out that way. It looked like an amateur. It looked like an amateur getting in the ring with Crawford. I ain't gonna say Canelo Alvarez is gonna look that fucking bad. I didn't think Spence was gonna look that fucking bad. I'm being 100% honest, nigga. I knew Terrence Crawford rose to the occasion, but I didn't think he was gonna do the nigga like that. Chappelle, what's up, dog? But as far as hey, Pale, I was into this, bro. As far as Spence fans ever thinking he gonna get back against Terrence Crawford, bro, that's not happening. Like, soon as Crawford beat Canelo, he's going to ride off into the sunset rich as fuck, bro. Getting $100 million for this fight, bro. My nigga is in it. He's in it to win it, bro. That's why niggas like Tank Davis and all them niggas is all frowning at the face right now. They mad than a motherfucker, bro. Nigga, they ain't never. You see what Ryan Garcia tweeted? He said, "Damn, man, Turkey, Canelo and Crawford about to be on Netflix. And it look like this is the end of pay-per-view. Me and Tank look like we're gonna be the last card to ever do 1 million pay-per-view buys." He might be true, bro. What y'all think about that? Y'all think that Tank and Garcia is gonna be the last time we see 1 million pay-per-view buys on a pay-per-view card? You think Netflix is about to shut it down? I think so. Because like I said, if 50 million motherfuckers watch that bullshit Mike Tyson fight, then 80 gonna watch this one. 80 million, maybe more. Because I'm gonna keep this shit 100, nigga. 100 million people watch that fucking Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder 3 fight, nigga. How many motherfuckers paid for it on pay-per-view? Nobody. They pirated the fuck out of it. They pirated the fuck out of that fight, nigga. Netflix stops all that shit. Why? Everybody got Netflix. Everybody. And they going there for free? Bro. They're talking about, oh, how they gonna make any money if they gonna stream this shit for free? They about to make a serious bag, bro. That's like asking why the fuck would they pay for WWE, nigga? Because it pays for itself. And a fight like Canelo versus Crawford, the biggest fight in the last 10 years. Nigga, it pays for itself, nigga. Like I said, they don't gotta go up there and disrespect each other. They don't gotta go up there and get all crazy with each other because this fight sells itself. It's the most popular fighter in the world fighting the best fighter in the world, nigga. Fights like this don't come around too often. So when they do, nigga, everybody's paying attention. Like how I got more people in my motherfucking chat right now than I've ever had. 8 people. I've never had more than 4. Never. You know why? Because this shit draws eyes. And they want to see what everybody's talking about, including Punch, man. Even my channel is getting a little bit more traction because of this shit. Because shit like this sell themselves. What? I guarantee you when I call this fight, I'm calling this fight on my channel. When I call, and I'm going to do it live from Las Vegas. When I call this fight, nigga, watch there be like 100 niggas in my fucking chat, bro. And I ain't never going to get that many people again. For real. Because, nigga, when I streamed that Mike Tyson fight, bro, I had 45 people in my chat, nigga. Never have I had anything like that before. Like, you know what I mean? So shit like that sells itself. What'd you say, DJ? Said the key for me is to not allow Canelo to do anything he normally does to get into rhythm. Force him into an unfamiliar strategy. He's definitely going to do that, Deej. Definitely, dog. Like, that's what Crawford do. Canelo said, everybody always talk this shit about me until they get in the ring with me and then they see. It's the same exact thing for Terrence Crawford. Another interesting thing that brings my eyes to this fight. That's another thing that intrigues me about this fight. Because they say the same shit about Bud. He can't do this. He ain't strong enough. He ain't this. He ain't that. The niggas get in the ring and be like, that was the greatest performance I ever seen. Just like the Spence fight. It was all that before that fight. Same shit. I told you I'm getting Errol Spence vibes all over again. And I'm telling y'all, that is fuel for the fire. Y'all putting Canelo in a bad position. The same way y'all did Spence. The same way y'all did Spence. Y'all trumped this nigga up, put him on his high-ass horse, and he got cooked. Cooked. I ain't saying Canelo gonna get cooked if y'all shut the fuck up now. But if y'all keep on starting that shit, that he's too big, weight classes for a reason, all this bullshit. When y'all know the greats always move up. The greats always do this. This ain't nothing new, nigga. That's why it's funny as hell to hear y'all niggas always talking about this, nigga. He's moving up 2 weight classes. He's moving up 2. Niggas do it all the time. Maybe not in this era. This era of boxers is kind of lame. But when I was growing up, the Punch is 43 years old. I ain't no young nigga. When I was growing up, nigga, this shit was pretty normal, bro. That shit was pretty normal. But again, even when Roy Jones Jr. did it, niggas called him crazy. And this is Roy Jones, nigga. Now this time, nigga, this nigga is unbeatable. Flat out. Unbeatable. Just like Terrence Crawford. And niggas still doubted him. So I'm not surprised. But nobody doubted Canelo when he was doing it. When he moved up there to fight Bivol and shit. Oh, Canelo, nigga, he's daring to be great. Right? When he cooked Kovalev. Oh, everybody, yeah. Then Bivol beat the fuck out of him. You know what I mean? Because I told you, that was the measuring stick for the Benavidez fight for Canelo. That was the measuring stick right there. If I could beat Bivol, I'll fight Benavidez. Bivol cooked him. Bad. It's bad, nigga. That's why we'll never get the Benavidez fight, nigga. Now, Terrence Crawford shit, that shit kind of came out of nowhere. If we don't have Turkey Al-Sheikh, we don't get this fight. This is purely because of Turkey Al-Sheikh. No other promoter would have made this fight, bro. None of them. They're all haters. Every fucking one of them. Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, Antichrist ass Al Heyman, nigga. The one nigga, what's the one motherfucker that promote Bumbosis? Fuck is his name? I can't remember his name. Him, Bob Arum. None of them niggas was gonna make this fight. Bob Arum wasn't even trying to make the Spence fight. Bob Arum fucking killed the Manny Pacquiao Terrence Crawford fight. Terrence Crawford been trying to be great forever, but they kept going roadblock after roadblock. Now the nigga's about to solidify his name in a way that can't nobody say shit. This is what I'm waiting for. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm very confident for Bud in this fight, but I also got that little itch in the back of my mind where it's like, this is Canelo Alvarez, and he could possibly drop Crawford. And I said that to my brother today. I said, bro, what if Canelo drop him, bro? That would fucking be crazy, right? You know what I mean? But it is Canelo Alvarez. I can look at this shit from both sides and say, all right. Round 1, my guy. I can look at this.
What up, Pun?
How you doing, brother?
Chilling.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here cooking on this shit because, bro, I'm excited. But at the same time, I'm liking the mannerism both these niggas got, like right now. Like, you know what I mean? It could be respectful. Don't always gotta be disrespectful.
These two guys, they're so respectful. Remember the time when Bud and Errol Spence was happening. Who was talking shit to Bud and who was talking shit to Bowman? The Spence team.
The Spence team
was saying shit. Remember, even his coach Derek was over here saying something like, "Oh, Bowman fat ass, this and that. Come on, man, you know."
Swear, and this is what make it so crazy though, because Eddie Reynoso said it too. Man, Crawford is the most skilled fighter we ever got in the ring with. Canelo Alvarez said it. Man, he could do some stuff that I know I can't do in the ring.
Yeah.
They know what they up against.
Thing about, but remember, because I remember when Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, they were asked about the big Spence versus Bud. You know, Canelo had respect for both guys. He liked Spence a lot, and he liked Bud too. But I remember what Canelo said. I'm like, okay, see, this is why I have to ride with Bud, because the way these guys are talking. The way Canelo said, yeah, I think Bud is gonna win, and Bud is gonna win because he's special. That's what Canelo said. He gonna win just because he's special. Dude, Bud he's good, and he was saying stuff like, "I
He
got Bud because Bud could fight
could
because
do it
he
all,
has
bro.
more tools. Yeah, he could do it all. And he knew Spence didn't have a lot of tools. That's the thing.
Spence is a come
Spence,
forward
a lot
fighter,
of
and,
people we
and
were
come
eating
forward
that.
fighters are tailor
PBC,
made
bro.
for Terrence Crawford, bro.
PBC, peanut butter, fucking peanut butter champions, bro. We were eating peanut butter champion sandwiches, bro. That's what I could say. I could admit it too, bro. I was eating the PBC formula. I was, oh man, Spence
Everybody
is,
was, bro.
exactly, bro. We was all eating the peanut butter.
Bro,
We
I
was
was
all
eating
eating
it
that.
too until that Fox shit. When they got that $1 billion Fox deal and put on all them whack ass fights, that's when I was like, oh, this is bullshit.
Yeah, no. This is what kind of like, okay, I remember when Ivan Easy and Bud fought, and then Spence and Ugas fought. I'm like, oh yeah, these guys, this is gonna be a 50-50. But then I kind of strayed away to 50-50 because of when Bud fought Porter. That showed me like, oh man, what this guy? He got like even Porter was doing good with him too, bro. But like I said, he got more tools. Like fucking Canelo and Eddie Reynoso say, this guy got more tools. That's why they picked him against Spence because he knew they see Spence, they see him as one dimensional, bro. They see him as one dimensional, bro. Bud is not one
But
dimensional.
bro,
That's the thing too. It's like
they see that nigga as one dimensional now. They ain't seen him as one dimensional before the fight started. Round one, before that fight happened, everybody was talking all this shit. Bud's too small, Errol's too
yeah,
small,
yeah.
Errol's too
But
big,
yeah,
Errol's this, Errol's that. Like it was like it's not
yeah,
Terrence
yeah.
Crawford,
A lot
nigga.
of certain people, but that's what I'm saying. With people like Eddie Reynoso and Canelo, when they breakdowns about this Bud and Spence fight, that were just saying they just felt like Spence was just one dimensional. They just felt like he was just one dimensional, and they knew
Hold
Bud
up, hold
he
up. All right,
wasn't
so you
that.
think Spencer's all right? Hold up, round one, nigga, because you said you put in the chat that Bud's gonna lose. How? Tell me how.
Yeah, I feel like
Tell
he's
me
gonna
how
lose,
round
bro.
one.
Okay, look. This is how I feel like he's gonna lose, bro. Because he hasn't even been active, bro. Like we can't. So
That don't
we,
mean
as a
nothing.
fighter, no,
That don't mean nothing. That
yeah.
don't mean
As a
nothing at
fighter,
all.
no. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. But performance-wise, it does, bro. Look at the greatest fighter, John Jones, the UFC champ. People say he's one of the greatest. He just retired. But look, because he takes time away off the ring and he comes back and fights somebody, sometimes he looks different, bro. And it's true. When
I
certain
know. Look at
people
Keith
take
Thurman
a
and
hard,
Jamal
yeah,
Charlo.
I
They
mean,
both
look,
look
a lot of
fantastic
people, like
coming
I
off
said,
2-year layoffs.
punch. A lot of people ain't Keith Thurman, bro. And
A lot of
some
people
of
ain't
us saying
Terrence
it,
Crawford.
yeah. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Terrence is better than Keith in my eyes, but when Keith comes back, that motherfucker has no ring rust. Bro, this is a guy I think ring rust is a myth for. Like this guy think ring rust is like the fucking Bigfoot, the Loch Ness monster. Bro, that's what this guy like that's
You
what
do
this
know this
guy
is
thinks.
the first year in like the last 8 years that
Look,
Crawford
look,
ain't have a fight, right?
yeah, but look. After the Spence fight, he took a year off, moved up one division, and fought Madrimov. Now
He
he's
fought
taking
Madrimov and
another year.
he didn't take a year off, bro. He took 6 months off. That's mandatory. They suspend you for 3 months, remember?
No. Because he fought Madrimov in September or August,
He
around
fought him in
August,
August.
and then he fought Bud a year prior in
Yeah,
July.
he
So
been
that's
on
a
a
year.
one
Yeah,
fight a year thing since
So
like
you okay,
2018.
yeah. But that's the thing. That's that
But
right there.
round one, is that
Look.
his
That's the
fault or is he
thing, bro.
highly avoided? Or is he highly avoided at 147? He didn't fight everybody
It's
at
not that he was
147.
highly avoided. It's not that he was highly avoided. Yes, it's just the promotional companies they don't want to do business with him. Like people
No,
like
Bob
Al Heyman.
Earham
You think
killed.
Al
Remember,
Heyman?
Bob
No,
Earham killed
yeah,
2 fights.
exactly.
Remember,
No,
Bob Earham
exactly.
killed his 2 biggest fights.
Yeah,
He wouldn't make
exactly.
the
Bob,
Spence fight.
exactly. He did it. Exactly. Promotional companies aren't giving him a
Exactly.
shot. Like just look. They could have been make that Spence fight. He was out of top rank. They could have been make that Spence fight. No, Al Heyman was tippy-toeing on that shit. So he get fucked up over by
Hold
promotion
up.
companies.
Hold up. Nectar of the Gods. Floyd Mayweather cooked everybody up until what age? There's some niggas is ageless, bro. You know what I mean? So 38 years old.
Yeah. It's good.
It's not 18 yet. Now,
Floyd
if he was 40
it's
years old right
it's
now
kind of
fighting
same like
Canelo,
Floyd.
I'd be
Floyd
nervous.
reminds
But a
Floyd.
3-year difference, Canelo's
No.
35, Floyd's
It's
38.
kind of like Floyd. It's kind of like
I ain't
Floyd.
worried.
Floyd is the same thing as Keith. Floyd Like Keith reminds me of Floyd, bro.
Hell yeah.
Keith, legit. Keith reminds me of Floyd Mayweather, bro. Like this motherfucker can be gone for 3 years, have a fight with one of the top guys, and
But
he's gonna
you
win.
do know Thurman's another nigga that duck Crawford, right?
Yeah, of course. But still, look,
He ain't want none of that
he
Crawford
still trying to
smoke,
say,
nigga.
yeah,
You knew
yeah,
what
yeah,
time
yeah.
it was, bro.
Why? Al Heyman was tippy toeing, bro. Al Heyman wasn't gonna play.
Al Heyman
Wasn't
wanted to
gonna put
protect
him.
his cash cow,
Yeah,
Errol
that's
Spence.
right.
He knew
Al
that
Heyman
that
wasn't gonna.
train
No,
was gonna
Al
be
Heyman
over.
wasn't gonna. Al Heyman, look. I think Keith wanted to fight everyone. Even Al Heyman could have put
Nah,
Keith
nigga,
in
he ain't
Spence.
want to fight
No,
Spence or Crawford.
Al Heyman couldn't even put Keith and Spence, and they're in the same building, bro.
So
Like,
that
come on,
tell you right there that
show
Keith
me.
Thurman
And
didn't want to fight him because they both on the
fucked
same
up my
side of the
look.
street.
Al Heyman fucked up my boy Boots. My boy Boots got fucked up by Al Heyman. Why? Because he put Boots in the background. Yeah, Boots could have fought somebody else, but who's Boots fighting? Who's Boots looking for in the structure of the PBC that has the belt?
Hold up. Round one. Listen, you know I hate Al Heyman, but Boots wasn't signed to him. He was signed to Steven Espinosa.
Yeah. But Boots had he had a
Remember,
contract and
Showtime was
he
just
fought certain
PBC's
people that were
platform.
in the PBC. So he fought people in the PBC and he made his way up, but fighting with them, right? But yeah, he wasn't in contract with people, but
Yeah,
he
they saying
had
it was Steven Espinosa that killed the
no,
Bud fight.
bro. Steven Espinosa got mad, bro. Al Heyman wasn't pushing for that blood fight. Al Heyman wasn't pushing for that blood fight. Steven Espinosa, that dude was mad. I heard that dude was mad after that Bud fight.
Yeah, he was pissed. He didn't want
And
that to
it's
happen.
true. Look what happened. Look, that's why I laughed when Conor McGregor calls him a weasel. Look at that weasel now, bro. Fucking up the whole show time and shit. And look where he at now. You know, like, man, this motherfucker could have been made big money, big bank and shit like that, but they didn't want to do business with other people. They want to just not do it. They want to live off their hype, live off their name, live off their brand, and all that shit, bro. And that's what, like, certain people, man, like I said, man, someone like Bud is good,
All right,
right?
man, I'm going to tell you this. Hey, I agree with you, Captain 007. Yeah, man, Eddie Reynoso's definitely going to throw that towel in. Bud's going to cook
Nah, bro, not even, bro.
But, hey, round one, you gotta represent your Mexican heritage. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
it's not even
But he's
that.
about to get cooked, bro.
It's not even that. I hate when people say Canelo's gonna stop Bud, bro. He's not gonna stop Bud, bro.
Hell no.
100%. Not a stop in the world, bro.
I think it's gonna be a good fight, but I think Canelo is gonna lose on points, bro. I don't think he's gonna get knocked out though. It's too hard to knock out Canelo Alvarez. But I won't be surprised if Crawford drop him. I won't be surprised. He do that to everybody. Crawford is known for knocking out niggas who don't get knocked out round one. That's another scary thing about Terrence Crawford. And like I said, man, my nigga said it, bro. I always rise to the occasion. You heard me say that. He do. And you see how locked in he looked, bro? Oh man, that's what I'm saying. People need to just shut the fuck up and let this fight build itself, because if everybody start talking about what Canelo gonna do to this nigga, they're gonna get Canelo hurt.
Look. I think Bud can't drop Canelo. I think Canelo could drop Bud. But I don't think Bud could drop Canelo, bro. That's just not gonna happen, bro.
Why do you think Canelo could drop Bud? Because of the weight?
Just like
why? Hold on, no. Tell me why.
I'll tell you why. Look, bro. Canelo, after the hand surgery he got, remember, his last knockout was Plant. The last guy he knocked out was Plant. Caleb Plant, bro, to unify. That was back in 2021. After that, he took a Bivol fight, and his hands were a bit injured right there, right? He said it, right? But he took a Triple G fight. After that Triple G fight, I mean, look, Bivol and Triple G, these guys are granite chins. I mean, come on, they're granite chins. These guys are like Canelo chins. Other than
what's good, everybody? What's going on?
Good. Other than that, that's the thing, bro. Canelo, after his hand surgery, that's why I tell people he's not going to knock out Bud. Don't tell me he's going to knock out Bud in 5, 6. Boy is not going to knock out nobody, bro.
So what if, all right, let me ask you a question, round one. What if Canelo come out here and try to prove everybody wrong and try to outbox Terrence Crawford?
He's not going to do that. Canelo knows he's not going to outbox someone who.
So what is he going to do? Try to walk him down? Bro, that's a bad idea too.
Look, even Bivol, bro. Look at the way Bivol fought Canelo.
Yeah, he tried to walk Bivol down and got his ass kicked.
Yeah. But look at the way he fought him. He tried to walk him down. He couldn't. And look what happened. Bivol walked him down. Bivol was backing
Now,
him
all
down to
right,
the
here's another
ropes.
question.
He
Round
would
one.
go back to
Why
the
couldn't
ropes too,
Canelo
but
walk
sometimes
Bivol down? Because of his reach.
because Bivol, no, because of his feet, and also Bivol is a bit big. It's not that
Big
he's
as
too
fuck.
big.
Big as fuck,
He's
bro.
big, yeah. But it's like I don't want to say because even look, I can't say it too because Caleb Plant is a big dude, bro. And it was the same way. Like, oh my God, that's the thing too, bro. He's a small guy with these big guys. Even Caleb Plant had a good success with Canelo, bro. That's why he was backing up Canelo, frustrating him until he didn't have the gas tank. That's the thing about Plant. He don't have the gas tank. He didn't have it right there. Canelo really didn't have the gas tank up at 168, but more than someone like Plant. But Bivol is a whole different story, bro. Triple G is a whole different story. These are people he lost to. I mean, yeah, they gave him a draw. No, Triple G got robbed the first one. But like these guys are strong
Hell yeah,
chins.
Triple G got robbed
These
that
guys are
first fight.
strong chins,
Triple G
and they
definitely got
haven't
robbed that
gotten
first fight.
dropped. They haven't gotten dropped, and we've seen Bud kind of like gotten dropped or been kind of down or they not in a knockdown, but we've seen him kind of in a space like that. You know, not like he's been hurt, like no, never dazed or nothing. But it's just a pop. Like look, like I'm saying, after the hand surgery, look at Ryder. He could have knocked out Ryder. Look at Berlanga, bro. He still got the pop that could drop people. And look what he did to Berlanga, Jermel Charlo, Munguia. These guys were fighting with him, and then so all of a sudden
Nah,
they're on
bro.
the floor,
That's the
bro.
first time you ever
That's the
seen
thing,
Berlanga
bro.
fighting on the back
Oh
foot.
no, no,
And that's the
yeah,
first time you ever
that's
seen
yeah, but that's the
Charlo
thing.
fighting on the back
Yeah,
foot like that. They
but
both
even
ran from that nigga all night. Both of them.
look, but Munguia too, bro. He wasn't running back, bro. He was trying to
Bro,
chunk it with
every
Canelo,
nigga
and
before
he just
Canelo
got dropped,
Alvarez,
bro.
Edgar Berlanga walked down. Got in there with Canelo Alvarez, fought on his back foot all night.
But Edgar is different because he fought
Same
like
weight class.
tomato cans. He
That's what
fought
I'm just
tomato
saying, bro.
cans,
We ain't
bro.
gonna
Come
get
on,
that
like
from
you
Terrence
can't.
Crawford.
Yeah,
And if Terrence Crawford do fight on his back foot, he's gonna counter smart as fuck, bro. I'm telling you. Just
true.
saying, bro. Like I'm trying to, everybody keep on saying what Canelo gonna do and keep forgetting this is
Look,
Terrence
that's
Crawford. They made
but
that
that's
same
my
mistake in the
opinion,
Spence
though,
fight, bro.
dude.
It's gonna blow up in their faces, bro.
That's my opinion, though, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. I agree with your opinion, but nigga, he gonna get cooked and I'm just gonna laugh at you.
No, like
When it
that's what I'm
happens.
saying. A
Just
lot of
like I did
people
the
hate
Spence
on
fans.
me.
Nope. I'm
I
gonna rub
got
that
these.
shit in.
Look,
I'm
I
gonna
got
rub
these
that shit
Canelo
all
fans.
the way in, bro. Same way I did the Spence fans, bro.
Look, I got these Canelo fans, bro. Fucking hating on me, despising me just because I say something bad about Canelo. And these Canelo fans need to stop getting on their knees, stop using their imagination, and stop doing the cinnamon challenge because that is bad for them, bro. The cinnamon challenge, that's a death challenge, bro. Like just because you want to get a teaspoon of cinnamon, put it in your mouth, start choking, pretending you're choking on Canelo's dick, doesn't make you like, no, bro, come on now. Look, Canelo is not gonna knock out Bud. That's just 100% fact. Unless Bud is gonna be pointing his fucking hand down like Max Holloway and they're gonna chunk it, maybe. But I don't even see that happening. I don't even see because Canelo's hand is just his hand is dwindling, bro. The
All
power is
right,
not
so
there, bro.
listen to this.
Well,
Mark
I
Wayne
tell you
said
this, that small ring is definitely finna make a big difference, especially from when I see it
definitely
tonight.
gonna make
That
a
It's
big
small
difference.
definitely
ring,
finna make
that's
a big
that's the
difference.
same ring where we're watching in ESPN, right? Click
Yep.
Yeah, that little
that
ass ring on,
same.
18
God
by
damn.
18
Hell
made a
yeah.
big
There's
difference.
gonna be
God
no running,
damn.
bro. Like that's why I love it, bro. But Terrence Crawford don't run from nobody. That's what makes this fight so
Right.
interesting. It's an interesting fight because we got a nigga in the ring who like to walk niggas down against a nigga who can't be walked down. Nigga against a nigga who loves to fight, loves to engage, and it's one of the meanest counter punches that can hit you in no man's land, bro. It's intriguing as fuck because Canelo Alvarez do have a steel chin, but Bud got the better footwork, the better speed, the better IQ, the better movement, the longer reach. This is not going to be easy for Canelo Alvarez. People keep trying to act like it's going to be easy work. It's not, nigga. It's not. And the confidence, bro, confidence matters in boxing. I'm trying to tell you. The nigga's confidence is through the roof. It's scary how confident he is, bro. And when you get a confidence Terrence Crawford, you get a performance, dog, that you never ever going to forget. Ever. And I said this a couple days ago in my life. I said, man, we about to see the best version of Terrence Crawford we ever seen. And the nigga always rises to the occasion, bro. He said it himself at the press conference yesterday. And that's the honest to God truth, bro. Am I lying, Slick?
No, you ain't lying, but it's definitely we gonna see a different Bud. If it's really an 18 by 18, he gonna be sharp. He gonna have to be sharp.
He gonna be crazy sharp.
He gonna have to be crisp. I'm talking
He gonna
about.
be sharper than he was in the Spence fight,
Yeah,
bro.
Brett. I'm talking about he gonna have to be real sharp because
Another thing,
the
Canelo
limited space
Alvarez
between
don't
them
like
two in the
fighting
ring gonna be crazy.
southpaws. You remember that jab, nigga?
Yeah, yeah.
Man, watch this.
I said he coming out southpaw. He'd be stupid not to come out
He
southpaw.
coming out southpaw on that nigga, bro.
But,
He's going cooking with that jab the same way he did Spence.
Right, exactly. But the thing is, the 18-foot ring, it does add an extra attribute to Canelo. So I'll say this:
Crawford got the footwork to move around in that ring.
Before the 18-foot ring came into play, I was like, okay, Bud got two options. Bud could show out, you know how Bud.
Hold up. 18-foot ring and the $1 million bonus for the knockout.
Right, but what I'm saying is that if it was a regular size ring, Bud could, pot shot for 2-3 rounds, to see Canelo's reaction, and then round 4 turn up like he usually do, right? Well, in this 18-foot ring, he's not gonna be able to take. He's gonna have to tee off like how he did in the Earl fight, but it adds one thing that comes to mind. In doing so, you take Canelo to deep waters if it was a regular ring. Now that it's not a regular ring, that kind of adds to Canelo because Canelo's not gonna have to expend as much energy. You get what I'm saying? Moving around.
So Mark Wynn kind of agreed with you, Slick. He said, I think Canelo will be able to walk through Bud's hardest punches, and in the 18-foot ring, he'll be able to cut the ring off and punish Bud.
Yeah, well, I won't say he'll punish him because, like I said yesterday, I haven't found one motherfucker in all of Bud's history that can corner that man.
That can corner him. You can't corner Terrence Crawford, bro.
And for the audience, when you say corner, it don't matter the size of the fucking ring, bro. Corner is a
bro.
Corner. And I ain't never seen nobody able to keep that man in the corner ever. You see what I'm saying? And then the cold part about it, when Bud on the ropes, it's because Bud want to be on the ropes.
It's like Bud's feet got a mind of their own. They know when they about to touch that corner and they move, bro.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying?
It's uncanny the way he could do that, and it's uncanny the way he can hit you in no man's land. Those are the two dangerous things Canelo Alvarez is going to have to pay attention to.
Right, but to Mark's point, though, it will stop Canelo from getting as tired as if he was in a regular ring.
It will.
So taking him into deep waters, you got to take him in now deep waters. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you was going to take him to round 6 and then start teeing off, now you might have to go to round 8. You know what I'm saying? But that means you're going to take chances in the earlier, you're going to have to solidify them earlier rounds off rip if you think you're going to take him to round 8. You understand what I'm saying? You can't wait to round 8 to start getting off, and this man been winning rounds. So that means, like, that's why I said Bud gonna have to
come back up, Captain 007.
Yeah, that's why I said he's gonna have to start getting off the rip. You get what I'm saying? Well, it's pot shotting, like hitting him, he can't hit him. He gonna have to put some rounds in the bank, 2-3 rounds, then start fucking around, making this nigga tired. Round 8, start teeing off on him. You know what I mean? Fuck around, win it 7-6. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Some shit like that. 8-5. Some shit like, you get what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be one of them type of fights. It's gonna be one of those type of fights, bro. It's gonna have to be very strategic. The way I'm looking at it is very gentleman-like. The way they're handling it, it's a gentleman's fight.
Yeah, like the best don't gotta come at each other's neck. They know what they're capable of.
Right, it's a gentleman's fight, bro. And I think they both are respecting each other because they do recognize each other as the best. That's what I took from the face-off. I was like, I think they saw each other in themselves. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, this nigga about to smoke for real. This thing, and the other one's like, he about that business. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm looking at it, bro. And I think it's gonna take more than skill. It's gonna take a bit of strategic planning for real to get this fight in anyone's favor.
I'm excited, Slick. Crazy.
Me too.
Excited.
And
Crazy
I like that the fight like
bro.
that. I like that it's not lopsided. I like that.
It's not, bro. You can compare, but they're both great at their things in their style. So Canelo Alvarez got great head movement, a granite chin, powerful punches. You know what I mean? The ability to cut off the ring. Terrence Crawford got fabulous footwork, long reach, power, speed. You know what I mean? Can switch hit on you. This shit's crazy, bro. Yeah. We rarely get the best fight and the most popular. That's really what this is.
Yeah. The thing I don't like is that Turkey is saying Tom and Jerry. Like Turkey in this fight, I don't think I'm gonna see Tom and Jerry.
That shit got traction too, didn't it? Round 1.
Huh?
That Tom and Jerry shit got hella traction, didn't it?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying though. I don't think Bud and Canelo is gonna be a Tom and Jerry. Speedy Gonzalez, Scooby Dooby Doo.
I don't think it was gonna be that.
Bro.
I don't think that was gonna be that without an 18-foot ring.
Yeah, without that, because Crawford don't
exactly.
run. Crawford don't run. He boxes.
That's what
He
I'm
loves to
saying.
box.
And I've told a lot of people that be like, "Oh, Crawford, he run, bro." When is it? I've never seen Crawford run, bro.
Hell no.
I've never that's why I've never seen him move back.
That's what I said. Have you ever seen Crawford run?
He'll
Or have you
fight
ever
off the
seen
back.
Crawford in a boring fight?
If he move backwards, he's fighting off the back foot. Like he can literally fight while moving backwards.
But he never moves back. Like he's not moving back. Like he's not fighting like William Skull. People think he's gonna come in like William Skull.
That's what I call running. That's what I call running.
Bud don't even have that muscle.
And what Charlo did, that was running.
Bud don't even have. Look, Bud don't even have that muscle memory in his legs to run backwards like that. Hell no. He don't have that. Fuck
Bud's there to fight, bro.
When he take a step backwards, he's fighting going backwards.
Yeah, like
he's an all-around boxer, bro.
When he take a step back, he throws a jab sometimes.
Right. He could take more. If you go look at Earl Spence and look at the rounds where he did fight going back. He took 3 or 4, 5, 6 steps, but Earl was coming forward, and he was knocking the shit out of Earl as he was coming forward. He was walking back.
He was coming forward. He's backing up, throwing punches. And that's the thing. He could go backward, throwing punches. And people like, oh, that's running. No, that's not running, bro.
No, that ain't running.
That's boxing, nigga.
That's what
boxing.
Bill Haney calls the sweet science. That's what Bill Haney, he got messed up with Haney and Crawford, because Crawford never moved backwards like Haney. And Crawford, he's never stalled and threw a punch out. Like the punch out with these two guys, it's going to be a lot, bro. I feel like these guys are going to be throwing a lot more punches than they probably even thrown before, bro.
Now I want to say this on I've been trying to spread this around so that y'all know that shout to Showbiz for trying to do the petition thing, but I'm here to let everybody know that
petition thing. You know what that petition thing sounds like to me?
What?
I like that petition.
It sounds like when they try to petition John Jones to get stripped of his heavyweight belt. No, you could make all the petitions and vote. That ain't getting near nowhere for no one's face. That's just facts.
Now watch this. The thing is this, bro. When I heard about the position, and this before the time of Jerry shit, right? And I was like, yo, it's always been, that rule is already in place. You don't have to petition for something that's in place. You get what I'm saying? It's a rule. It's just up to the discretion of the referee. It's in the Queensberry rules. Like when Bill said that, he was like, well, we fought by the Queensberry rules. And I was like, no, you did not. No, you did not. And I pulled it up and it states, example of a fighter avoiding engagement. If a boxer is consistently backing away from their opponent, failing to throw punches, and only clinching to avoid being hit, the referee might issue a warning, eventually deduct a point according to boxing rules. That's the rules. And that's according to Queensberry, bro. It's just that they need to tell the ref, hey, bro, do your job. If he's gonna clinch, if he's only gonna swing when he's a jab and then clinch because he was forced to, then you're not boxing. You're just moving about the ring. You get what I'm saying? So it's just up to them to tell the refs to do their job, bro. And I think a lot of refs don't do it because they're afraid of the controversy. You get what I'm saying? That'll come from it. But if it serves me right, I want to say within the last year, I seen it happen. Where dude told him, like, you're not engaging, bro. I'm going to take a point from you. This is a fight. And dudes start fighting. You know what I'm saying? But it's there, man. And it's sad that Turkey should not have to implement an 18-foot ring.
Rule.
He should not have to be. He shouldn't have to do bonuses on knockouts.
That's a fight game, Slick. I mean, look, Slick. I like someone like Israel Adesanya, right?
Yeah.
He was good, bro. Coming up, got the belt, got it in a fashion, the intro
and his
belt.
ego went out of control.
Yeah. But when he defended the belt, there was 2 times where he came out with like great knockouts or stuff, good fights, and then the other 2 there were boring ass fights. And it's not like he's grappling and they're going and wrestling. This guy's a striker, a kickboxer, a champion from kickboxing. but it's boring, bro. Like I see it. And I don't. And the thing
Yeah,
about
yeah.
Turkey, it's kind of like if Turkey came to the UFC and said, "I don't want to see no wrestling, no jujitsu, no grappling, none of that boring shit. I don't want to see no two men spooning. I don't want to see that. No,
Appreciate
I
it,
want to.
SD.
I want to see you guys strike. That's kind of like the same thing if he comes in saying that Tom and Jerry shit out here. I don't want to see two guys cuddling. No, I don't want to see that. Well,
I mean, but
50,
adding a bonus for a knockout adds a hell of an incentive
yeah,
for,
that's
for
the thing.
boxing,
But
bro. I like that shit.
yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, bro. Like
I feel
when you
like the
have so
fighters
much
should feel
quickness,
like shit.
I think they
Point blank.
should too, bro.
I feel like
yeah,
they
but when
should
you
feel
got
like
someone
shit
saying
because
a
for a man to
knockout,
have to do that, for you to feel to entice you to fucking want to perform is beyond me, bro. Because if think about it, I would feel like as a trainer, as a fucking trainer, I train hard. I'm training to giving you all the tools to be that guy, to be number one. And if you get in this fucking ring because you think you're gonna get $1 million for a fucking KO, and now you all of a sudden you start performing like a kid I never seen before, that would piss
can
me the
happen.
fuck off.
That can happen.
That will piss me the
something like
fuck
that
off.
will make the certain fighters make mistakes. I see.
And
What
at some point, we're going to have respect for some of these motherfucking referees. It's their job, and I'm not gonna have no respect for a referee until they stand up for their damn self, because their rules is as standard. They're in Queensberry. It's a whole section just for them. They just need to say it. They need to tell people, yo, it's my job to control the flow of the fight. That's a referee's job.
Man, we don't got no more Richard Stills, nigga, or Myron Coates.
Exactly, bro. You need them. Somebody who's gonna say, y'all can be mad, I don't give a fuck, but it's my job to control the flow of the fight. I can take points for you bullshitting. I can take points for you hugging. I can take points for you clinching, filing, everything else, including not engaging.
We don't got
They
no more
need to
Mills
stand
Lanes,
up
bro.
for that, bro. Yeah, I'm right.
The Mills Lanes era is over.
Shit, what Steve Smoker used to slap their arm and say, hey, man, they paid to see a fight. And tell them, y'all better fight. I'm taking
Y'all
points.
better fucking fight.
I'm taking points for clinching. He would tell them, I'm taking points for clinching. Go look at the Steve Smoker fight, and when he walked to the corner, and listen to what he telling them in the corner before the fight starts. He telling them off the rip, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a fight. I don't want to see all this clinching. He letting them know. You know, refs got to start standing up for themselves too, because they start.
I mean, that's a good question, Slick. What happened to the refs over the years, bro? Because they're not like that no more, bro.
They starting to look like they in pocket.
I ain't want to say it, dog.
That's why, because when you got motherfuckers, you know, the counts is getting wrong and starting to be more common than less and things like that, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Like
niggas
today, shout out to Frozone. Shout out to Frozone. I can't remember his name because fucking T.O. fucked it up for me. Every time I see me, Frozen. Harvey Doc. All right. He was fighting a tall ass heavyweight today, man. Kimba. And his name was CY, right? This dude was so fucking tough. His face was bloody as shit. When I tell you Harvey invoked his rule, he went over. The round was over, right? Harvey went over there and pleaded with the corner, bro.
Like, stop this shit.
Stop this shit, bro. You gotta say, and then the bell, when it was time for the fight to start back, he was still over there talking to him. Then they waved it off like, all right, fuck it. And I gave him props for that, bro, because dude was really one of them ones. He could take a punch, but you had to save him, because he would have kept going till he died.
Yeah, like that Japanese nigga, the Andy Cruz fight.
Right. Now you got to save cats like that. Now that's part of boxing too, you know. And it was warranted. Dude was busting that nigga open. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was getting violent. You know what I'm saying? So, like, at the end of the day, like, refs need to understand their position. And the fans need to understand the referee's position. Their job is not just to walk around, it's to control the flow of the fight. That's a referee's number one job. Control the flow of the fight. So when the petitions come out, when all the petitions come out and all this
007
shit,
in the building,
they're supposed to already be invoking that, bro. If you're not engaging, then I'm taking a fucking point. You're not supposed to prance around the ropes the whole fucking time, and then when a dude get close, you shoot a jab and then you clinch. That's not boxing, bro. And it's not within the rules. It doesn't say you could do that.
Yeah.
So you get
I
what
don't
I'm
like
saying?
that shit.
No, and it made me mad because turkey issue. It sound good and dandy, but damn, on the flip side, he got to do that to make motherfuckers fight.
Bro, that New York shit was a travesty, bro. That's probably what made him really think, man, fuck that, man. Can't keep putting all this money behind these niggas and getting shows like that, bro.
Facts. Like I will feel ashamed as a fighter, bro. Like what happened to fighters that just want to go in there and not want to share the spotlight? Yeah, I'm a champ, you a champ, but hey, we got to start dwindling this shit down. Fuck that. I want to be number one. Once you champion, now it's time to become number one. There can be only one king. Start back adding validity to being undisputed. Going
so
after
I got
the
a
other
question
champions.
for you, Slick.
Yeah.
How you feel about Virgil Ortiz telling Boots he got to get to the back of the line? Is that ducking or is that?
No, that's not
real
ducking.
shit?
That's not ducking. That's not ducking. So let's not forget Virgil wanted that fight.
Virgil wanted
Before
that fight.
he wanted it and he didn't want it. So therefore, that's not ducking. And
My
Virgil
Mexican
having
brother,
surgery and Virgil having surgery
my
right now too.
Mexican
Anyways,
my Mexican brother Virgil ducked the fight.
he ain't ducked that fight. He wanted to fight. Remember, and boosted. That wasn't no duck. He was all ready for that shit when that nigga said, "Yeah, I'm about to go to I'm going to 154," and then he changed his mind. Remember?
Yeah.
He was all for it. He coming where? Bet. Holla at me. And then he said, I'm staying at 147. No, that ain't how that worked. And then
I think Boots beats Virgil.
he does. But I think that's a fight. Now, Boots saying that he want him, but it's ironically, he said
I think Boots could beat Virgil too.
But now Boots going up. But the thing is now, it's bad timing because Virgil having surgery. That's not a duck, bro. Virgil having surgery, bro.
Yeah, nah, his surgery is fucking his career up.
I mean, as long as Boots don't try to fight Virgil on the inside, he try to fight Virgil on the inside, he gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, he gonna get fucked up.
Boots versus Madrimov.
Why everybody want to pick on Madrimov, bro?
Because it seems like he's the entryway to 154.
He's like the entryway to 154 and shit, bro. I think he got like 12 fights, man. Leave him alone.
He's the measuring stick. That's
he's like the entryway. You get past him, we'll fuck with you.
Damn, they made him a gatekeeper in 14 fights, bro. That shit crazy.
Can you hear me?
Oh my god.
What's up, Captain? How you doing?
Just chilling, man. I think
007
Martin will also be a terrible style for Boots because of the movement.
You said Boots got better movement. I couldn't understand what you said.
No, I think Martin will also be a terrible style for Boots because of the movement.
Oh, yeah.
Boots. So you think the movement will bother Boots?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that herky jerky ass style, I agree.
If he come in that style though,
it even caught Virgil off guard for a little bit, man. It had Bud confused too, man. That constant movement shit is weird, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But Virgil slowed him down with them body shots. That's what Bud didn't do, bro. I think if Bud should have went to the body more like Virgil.
But that comes from the style of fight. The thing about Bud was he came in a bit different, and Bud wasn't expecting it, and he wouldn't bite on none of Bud feints.
But remember, the Madrimov we expected was that off balance motherfucker.
Yeah, and he wouldn't bite none of Bud feints. And I got to tell everybody, go watch it. And he got that one clean hit on Bud when everybody went crazy. And Bud felt his power, said, you know what, motherfucker, I got you. And he started smothering his shots. That's why Bud fought the whole fight.
He started smothering his shots and hitting him with uppercuts and shit.
Right, exactly, bro. Which was smart because it's based on not just Madrimov's style of fight, it's based off the opponent's style of fight. You get what I'm saying? Bud's style of fight. You can't just switch up your shit. You know what I'm saying?
was not getting countered that fight, bro. That shit was annoying as hell.
Yeah, bro, because he wouldn't bite. He would not bite. That's why I said he had help. They did they had a good game plan. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think Bud should have had a tune-up before he fight Canelo?
Yes.
At 160 or 168?
I feel like he should have fought like Derevchenko or somebody.
Yeah.
He should fought like Derevchenko because he's stocky and you know.
Hey, Mark said Boots ducked Virgil first.
Yeah.
Then tried to spin around when he knew Virgil was having surgery.
Right. That's why I said that's not no duck, bro.
That's what I said. Like, I don't feel like it's a duck either, bro.
Virgil
I feel like you knew what you was doing, nigga.
The minute that man said he was coming to 154, Virgil was the first one on social media. Come holler at me.
Quick.
Let's go.
That's one thing I say about Virgil Ortiz. He don't duck no smoke, nigga.
No, he ain't duck no smoke. Bro.
Virgil ducked.
Yeah, he ducked Bud twice.
He ducked Bud, but this is Crawford, nigga. Nobody wants to get
Virgil
embarrassed.
ducked.
Like I
I
get
think
that.
Virgil ducked everybody else at 147.
No, remember he had that rap though, man. Let me tell you what
Man,
happened to
that nigga's
Virgil.
body was breaking down.
He was not meant to be at 147 in the first place, bro. That rap on my ass is no joke, bro. You know, his kidneys was failing on him, bro. You can't do
That
yourself
is
like
true.
that. That's why he was gone all that time. The first time, remember, he was gone a long time. He came back at a fight. And then right after that, he was right back in the goddamn
well,
hospital.
isn't that because the weight cut or some shit?
Yeah, and then he went right back in the hospital. And then he came back and said, fuck that, I'm going to 154.
Yeah, he said, fuck that. He got hospitalized twice trying to fight Stanley.
Yeah, you look up rhabdomyolysis, man. That's when like you doing it come from kidney failure, but it's a condition from birth. But the thing is, when they're doing the weight cuts and shit, and them it's about your proteins, and all them proteins were spilling into his kidneys and causing him kidney failure.
Yeah, dude was like literally killing himself trying to make 47.
Yeah, you playing with your life at that point, bro.
That was smart from Virgil not to fight Stan Jonas because yeah, but so what happened to Kelly Cole when he fought Gallegos in the first fight? Apparently he has rhabdo too, and that's why he lost the fight.
Yeah, Rhabdo ain't no joke. He could have lost the standing. Think about fighting at well, people don't understand too. When you trying to stay at a weight class that you outgrown, you're not 100%. You're never on fight night. You're never gonna be. You're gonna be weak. Your legs not gonna be 100%. Nothing's 100%. You get what I'm saying? So it's best though. That's why I be wanting people like these fighters to just fight your weight class, bro, so we can see your true potential.
Yeah. Cause we'll never know what you made of if you don't fight your weight class, bro.
Right. And that's what made things exciting. Like it's nothing new. Back in the day with Sugar Ray Leonard, these guys weren't fighting weight class, but they eventually went up to their weight. You get what I'm saying? They didn't stay long. They went up to them weight classes, and you got to see them move on. That's what made the greats the greats, right? If you got a guy like Shakur Stevenson that would have stayed at 130 his whole career, knowing damn well he was starving himself, right? And he started dominating. Every time he come to the ring, he bigger than everybody. He dominating. You don't get props for that. It's like you should be dominating. Look how big you is, dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's how niggas feel about Fundora.
I think it's harder to move up today than back in the day in Sugar Ray Leonard them days because people have gotten bigger over time because what's the average height of a cruiserweight? They're 6'3", right?
Yeah.
Back then, that was a heavyweight.
Right. That's true.
People have gotten bigger. Most people are weight bullies in a way. So I think moving up today is very harder compared to back then.
Yeah, I could agree with that because that's why Tank don't want to move up because he got to fight not his weight.
I mean, but
more so
Tank
his
is
height.
really a natural 35-pounder though, for real.
Yeah, it's his height, and not only that, like, well, as long as he stay disciplined, you get what I'm saying. If he stay, it's not that he can't gain the weight with no problem.
Like, do you think we'll honestly ever see anyway as high as 35, bro?
It's possible.
They keep saying that fight, bro. Like, if Tank can anyway fight
maybe 130. Because where he at now? Ain't he going to 126?
He's going to 126 soon.
Yeah, so he get a couple fights. I can see him meeting him at 130.
I see Tank meeting him at 130.
I think it depends on who you fighting at 135. Though. Might just be one fight. Kind of like how Manny Pacquiao had one fight at 154.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, he had a couple. He had like 3 fights.
That was him challenging himself.
For a certain fighter, he would move up.
Yeah,
but Manny Pacquiao was like a 101 though. He's kind of a freak of nature, man. Like, well, anyway, is the second coming of him. I believe this. He's like, but at the same time, an 8 division world champion is next level with it, bro.
It is, but that's the tenacity of it, right?
I don't think we'll ever see that again, Slick. I think that's one of them records that's never gonna get broken.
Well, I'm saying no, that record ain't gonna get broken no time soon. But the thing is that you gotta admire about that overall, not just the accomplishments. It's the goal. It's the nerve.
He moved up that many weight classes and fought all the best niggas at those weight classes.
And
bro.
He would be the best example that you could ever give that okay, yeah, he may be big, but I got skills though.
Exactly.
I don't look at his weight, bro.
This is why I say what I say about Crawford and Canelo. Everybody's making a big deal of the size, but Crawford's skills is next. It's the legendary, bro. Like, I've been trying to say this for years, but I've been saying this in his Prescott Slick. Like, this nigga is next level. When I seen the Gamboa shit, I said, man, this nigga's really gonna be at the top of the mountain, man. I'm telling you, better than everybody in the end. Watch. Everybody called me crazy, Slick.
Canelo's not a natural 168 pounder.
He's not. That's another point I've been trying to make. Like, Canelo moved up to 68, bro. It's not like he's been there his whole career. Like, what are y'all talking about? He's always been the smaller guy.
That forever, bro.
He's only been the bigger guy a few times.
He was the
like,
bigger
in his
guy.
Career, he's always the smaller guy.
He
like,
was
what
the
are y'all
bigger
talking
guy
about?
when he was in them lower class. But once he went up to like 168, fuck no.
Once he got to 160,
yeah,
the niggas was way bigger than Canelo, bro.
But people praised it and didn't question it. You get what I'm saying?
They gave him all the props in the world, but everybody called Roy Jones crazy too. I like to use that nigga as a point, an example, because remember when he moved up to heavyweight, everybody just nigga's out of his mind. He went up there and cooked that nigga.
That's why I said I've watched in history, like people always
seen
want
it
to
happen
disregard.
Before.
Right.
It's
but people
possible,
always,
bro.
That you'll hear them always say a good big man will beat a great little man. Well, in history, it's been proven over and over again that a great little man can take out a good big man.
Easily.
It's been proven, bro, over and over again. And I don't know why people choose to disregard that. And then when you bring up the fighters, they be like, well, that was that guy. What? No, it's happened. So who are we to say that it can't happen again? It just happened recently with Usyk. I was like, everybody, man, you crazy. You think Tyson Fury finna lose to him. Okay. I know what skills I see in Usyk. I know what I watched him do at cruiserweight. And if you know any bit of history, they said the same thing about Holyfield. He too small for the heavyweights. He came from cruiserweight. So on and so forth. Like sometimes we just got really like people want to pick and choose. Is it that what are you gonna ride with? He big, he strong, or you gonna ride with the person who got superior boxing skill? You get what I'm saying? It's very rare that you're gonna get both in one package.
It don't happen often.
Pick. But which one usually outweighs the other? It's the boxing skill. That's why the old, like, okay, your rivals always been Mexicans and the black people. Then you got Puerto Rico, Mexico, and all that stuff, right? But the oldest rivalry in boxing has always been the boxer versus the fighter.
Yep. And they make the best fights.
There you go. And 9 times out of 10, the boxer always win, don't he? That's
Mark
what
said
it's about.
Canelo's not tall, but he's solid, thick. We just saw a dude fight Opetide cruiserweight, and he was only 5'10", but a solid build.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. And Opetide took it. Opetide at one point looked at him like, man, y'all ain't gonna stop this fight, bro.
Yeah, Opetide was like, yeah.
He looked back like, y'all not finna stop this.
Yeah.
Speaking of cruiserweight, y'all think Doritos could be Zero?
Yeah, Opetide. Did you say? Do I think who could be Zerto?
I might be pronouncing his name wrong. The Cuban with the fight, and I call him Doritos, but I know it's pronounced differently. He's fighting on a Jake Paul card.
Oh yeah, Big Zerto. Oh, I can't think his name. I know who you're talking about. But no,
he's a
I think
two-time champion. He's 39.
Yeah, I gotta look his name. I know who you're talking about though, but I think
the
Zerto
KO
wins.
doctor. What they call him, the KO doctor is what they call him.
Yeah.
Why is that sticking out to me? I heard somebody call him KO doctor.
Yeah, I know his name. Hold on.
I ain't take that shit serious though at all, but I never seen none of his fights. But I have heard that. I've heard that saying. Like I heard him talking about a guy with that name, but I ain't never seen none of his fights.
Most of his fights was like 7 years ago, 8 years ago. Really, was it from? He's 39 years old. He lost to
all right, he's older.
Marius Breedis and Gaziev, I think. Yeah, Gaziev.
His name, Yanel Dorticos.
Yeah, he has 27 wins, 25 knockouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Zerto will take him though. Zerto, we want to see Zerto and Jao Patai. He needs to get past him. And that's the fight I want to see. No doubt. Aren't you still there?
What'd you say, Slick?
Oh, I was wondering you were still there. No,
yeah, I'm still here, bro.
Yeah, no, I was saying that's the fight I want to see. So he got to get past this dude.
Definitely got to get past this dude.
I want to see Jao Patai and him go at it. But in the meantime,
I'm hearing Mexican Monster got a fight scheduled for August.
Does he?
Yeah. Against Caleb Smith. Callum.
Callum
Did I say his name right?
Oh yeah. That's the fight. Remember when he was there? I was like, that's the fight he need to be looking at.
Yeah,
Fight
Callum
Callum
Smith
Smith
next for
Why you
his
waiting
belt.
on? Why you waiting on the other two guys?
Why you
Man,
waiting
fight
on
Callum
Bibble?
Smith.
Yeah, because Bibble ducked his ass, vacated.
All right, this dude Yanel Dorticos is 39 years old too. So that plays a part. Who was his last fight? I'm looking to see when his last. He's 27, 25K, 25, 27 wins, 2 losses. He been knocked out 1 time. He got 25 KOs. His last fight was in 2024, bro, a year ago.
He's 39.
And he's 39, bro.
Oof.
He won, but he got a KO in that fight. But it was a year ago, so that's a big factor on his part.
Niggas the same age as Big Bang and them.
Right. And I'm trying to see if he was always active. Nope, he wasn't always active like that though, because this dude fights far in between. Well, he been fighting like once a year, bro. Damn near. So he's probably used to it. Because before that, he fought in 2022. Before that, it was 2021. Before that was 2020, and so on and so forth.
I think Zoro should go back to the 68 and 75 Zoro, where he could just fight the money inside, because the thing about the Ticos is that he has a 1-2 and he has devastating power, and he can't knock out Zoro if he lands a right hand. So Zoro can't give him any space to work with and just beat him up on the inside. He could probably stop him around 8 or 9.
Yeah, we could definitely see it. I mean, like I say, anybody with 2
I don't
hands
know,
got
man.
a fighting
Like,
chance. That's a fact.
yeah, that's
Anybody
true.
with 2 hands got a fighting chance. And like I say, I can't speak too much on him because I haven't seen them fight. So his name does. I don't
Zerto
think I've
could
ever
box
seen him
pretty
fight.
good for a dude his size, bro.
Yeah, he could box, and I think that weight was killing him. That's why he told Golden Boy he wasn't gonna come back.
Well,
unless
yeah,
he
and
could
after
go up.
what B-Ball did to him, bro.
Yeah, he said that weight
B-Ball
was killing
whooped
him.
his ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad, so it's like it's time to move up, bro. It was one of them type situations. He looks way better at light heavy. I mean, up there at cruiser, way better.
Yeah.
And healthier, you know what I mean? But you got Obertai waiting in the wings, bro, and he don't want that fight because it would have happened by now.
That's what I said. But Obertai need to go ahead and fight Fine Badu Jet.
But at the same time, Obertai can't move up either, though, man. They too big up there, heavyweight, I think.
No, I don't see him going up there. No,
he gonna go up there and be like Usyk? I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. That's what I mean. That's why I say he should just become the undisputed champion at cruiser. You know what I mean? And then maybe move up.
Might have a fight at Bridgerweight first, you know?
Yeah, Badu Jack. Yeah, that's why I said. Maybe that's why I said. Meantime, you need to be trying to go get Badu Jack. Go get that belt instead of waiting on Zerto. Because I don't think it's just Zerto. You know, that's Golden Boy protecting their investment. You know what I'm saying? They see what Jai do. You know.
Yeah, Jai's a good fighter, man. He just can't seem to get the fights, man. But they're coming, bro, because his popularity is blasting through the roof, man.
I just hope they don't. I just hope they don't stall him out to the point where he may have no choice but go up. You know what I'm saying?
When you dangerous like that, man, don't nobody want no smoke with you.
Yeah, and you mess around, have to go up because of it.
I like to see him fight Rozaki, though. You know who that is? Ryan Rozaki.
Where, a heavyweight?
No, cruiserweight. He's Badu Jack mandatory. He got the WBC interim.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not familiar yet. I'm gonna get familiar. Now I'm about to
bro, fellas, I'm thinking about to shut it down.
Finish shut it down, fam?
Yeah. Gotta go to work early in the morning.
I got you, fam. I got you.
But I appreciate everybody coming through, bro. But I got one more question though before we go. For everybody up here. You know what I mean? All right, so like you heard me play earlier where Canelo actually admitted that Crawford got more skills than him. You know what I mean? And Eddie Reynoso said this is the most skilled fighter Canelo's ever faced before. Do you think that's a sign of confidence, or a sign that you know you about to be in for a long fucking night?
I think that's a sign. Go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, Slick.
I think that's a sign of smarts. I remember back when everybody was saying Canelo don't fight no black fighters, and they called Eddie Reynoso, and they asked Eddie Reynoso, and this is why I respect Eddie Reynoso. He said, "No, it's not that we don't want to. It's just," he said, "African Americans are the toughest fight because they're real slick." So that's him. That's when he said that. That told me he knew what fighter he got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be tough for him. So in the essence of that, and then I also heard Canelo give Mayweather praise. You know what I'm saying? About the skill level of Mayweather, and that's why he lost. You know what I'm saying? It was his skill level, and that's why I tell everybody, if you didn't have the Mayweather fight, we wouldn't have the Canelo today, because that's what really made him start taking stuff seriously. You know what I'm saying? So before Canelo, before that, just threw from the shoulders. You get what I mean? Now we got combination throwing Canelo and so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So no, I think that's just being smart, being humble, and understanding the task at hand. You know what I'm saying? That it's not, he knows it's not going, even though I'm heavier, maybe I'm more established at 168, and Canelo mine, none of that matters either. I know this dude is talented. You know what I'm saying? And I
So
got to up my
it's
game.
more of a sign of respect.
Yes. That's how I take that.
All right, round one. I agree.
Yeah, man. You know what I said about earlier, when Canelo and they asked Canelo who you got with Bud and Spence. He gave his take on both these guys, and what he said was, uh, Spence is a great fighter, but I'm going for Bud because he's special. So yeah, if the Canelo knows who Bud is, bro, you know, um, the thing about Bud, he is special, bro. He's a once in a lifetime generation type of fighter we have right now, you know. And the thing is about this fight on paper, that's why it makes it big, bro. I mean, it's going on Netflix, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's how big it is, bro. They're
Yeah.
putting it on Netflix.
Yeah, facts, bro. This is gonna be a big ass event, man. Everybody gonna be watching.
Facts.
007?
I think Canelo, he always respected Bud. For years, Bud been considered a top three pound for pound fighter. And then when he was on Slick Channel, he showed the picture of Bud, Amanda Serrano, and Canelo taking a picture
Right.
together.
Yeah.
I think he always considered him a great fighter. So he just respect his skills and know that he's in for a world of trouble.
This is for a world of fucking trouble, yo.
Right.
Hell yeah,
Right.
man. I agree, man.
Hey,
But yeah,
Captain,
man, like,
where you from, Captain?
From Trinidad and Tobago.
oh
Salute,
yeah,
salute.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Salute,
Hmm.
salute.
Shout out.
We worldwide, baby. No.
Yeah, shout out to Captain, bro. Captain.
That's
Hey,
what's
man,
up,
yeah, man. I
man.
appreciate you coming
Yeah,
up
you should
tonight too,
come up
bro. Don't be a
every
stranger,
time.
man. Come up again, dog.
Yeah, oh yeah. Hey, Punch, thanks, bro. Slick. I'll see you next time on your channel. Punch,
Right on.
saying, hey, Captain, I hope we see you back on the ship again. Hey, don't worry, bro. Get on the ship, bro. It's fun. We have hectic times together, and we all chill, and we all like time, bro. Put it that way.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man. Thanks, man. I'll be back on the next live.
All right,
All right,
y'all.
man. Well,
I'm
y'all
out.
fellas have a good night.
Thanks
You
much.
know what I mean? I'll see y'all on the next stream. Slick, you know I'm gonna be over there fucking with you for the next joint, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
All
So
right, y'all.
I'm gonna play the outro, and y'all niggas have a good night.
All right.
Everybody in the
Bye.
chat, DJ, Mark, Round One, Chappelle, Slick 50, Heavy Bag Boxing, my nigga 913, RC. Y'all niggas have a good night. Peace.